राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद श्रील प्रभुपाद की प्रणाम संकीर्तन की श्रीमद् भागवतम की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय श्रीमद् भागवतम 8th canto 6 second chapter, the elephant Gajendra's crisis. Text 23 till 30th, 28, 26, 3 till 29 does not have any purport. So I'll read myself shloka and translation, then we'll discuss 30th verse together. 23, 24 translation. Surrounded by the herds, other elephants, including females, and followed by the young ones, Gajapati, the leader of the elephants, made Trikuta mountain tremble all around because of the weight of his body. He was perspiring, liquor dripped from his mouth, and his vision was overwhelmed by intoxication. He was being served by bumblebees who drank honey, and from a distance he could smell the dust of the lotus flowers, which was carried from the lake by the breeze. Thus, surrounded by his associates who were afflicted by thirst, he soon arrived at the bank of the lake. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Krishna Balram Gauranitai Nishingadev Jagannath Baladeva Subhadra Maharani Ki. 25th verse. The king of the elephants entered the lake, bathed thoroughly, and was relieved of his fatigue. Then, with the aid of his trunk, he drank the cold, clear nectarian water, which was mixed with the dust of lotus flowers and water lilies, until he was fully satisfied. Like a human being who lacks spiritual knowledge and is too attached to the members of his family, the elephant, being illusioned by the external energy of Krishna, had his wives and children bathe and drink the water. Indeed, he raised water from the lake with his trunk and sprayed it over them. He did not mind the hard labor involved in this endeavor. 27. By the arrangements of Providence, O king, a strong crocodile was angry at the elephant and attacked the elephant's leg in the water. The elephant was certainly strong, and he tried his best to get free from this danger sent by Providence. 28. Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in that grave condition, his wives felt very, very sorry and began to cry. The other elephants wanted to help Gajendra, but because of the crocodile's great strength, they could not rescue him by grasping him from behind. 29. O king, the elephant and the crocodile fought in this way, pulling one another in and out of the water for 1,000 years. Upon seeing the fight, the demigods were very surprised. Text 30. Please repeat. Tato Gajendrasya Manobalojasam Kalena Dirghena Mahan Abhud Baya Vikrishamanasya Jale Basidato Viparyayo Bhut Sakalam Jalokasa Tato Gajendrasya Manobalojasam Kalena Dirghena Mahanabhudvaya Vikrishamanasya Jale Vasidato Viparyayo Bhut Sakalam Jalokasa Tato Gajendrasya Manobalojasam Kalena Dirghena Mahanabhudvaya Vikrishamanasya Jale Vasidato Viparyayo Bhut Sakalam Jalokasa. Mataji's. What word meaning? Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Please repeat. Tataha. Thereafter. Gaja Indrasya, of the king of the elephants. Manaha, of the strength of enthusiasm. Bala, the physical strength. Ojasam, and the strength of the senses. Kalena, because of years of fighting. Dirghena, prolonged. Mahan, great. Abhut, became. Bayaha, the expenditure. Vikrishamanasya, who was being pulled by the crocodile. Jale, into the water, a foreign place. Avasiddataha, reduced mental, physical, and sensory strength. Viparayaha, the opposite. Abhud, became. Sakalam, all of them. Jala, Jala Okasa, the crocodile, whose home is the water. Translation. Thereafter, because of being pulled into the water and fighting for many long years, the elephant became diminished in his mental, physical, and sensual strength. The crocodile, on the contrary, being an animal of the water, increased in enthusiasm, physical strength, and sensual power. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, in the fighting between the elephant and the crocodile, the difference was that although the elephant was extremely powerful, he was in a foreign place in the water. During 1000 years of fighting, he could not get any food, and under the circumstances, his bodily strength diminished. And because his bodily strength diminished, his mind also became weak and his senses less powerful. The crocodile, however, being an animal of the water, had no difficulties. He was getting food and was therefore getting mental strength and sensual encouragement. Thus, while the elephant became reduced in strength, the crocodile became more and more powerful. Now, from this, we may take the lesson that in our fight with Maya, we should not be in a position in which our strength, enthusiasm, and senses will be unable to fight vigorously. Our Krishna consciousness movement has actually declared war against the illusory energy in which all the living entities are rotting in a false understanding of civilization. The soldiers in this Krishna consciousness movement must always possess physical strength, enthusiasm, and sensual power. To keep themselves fit, they must therefore place themselves in a normal condition of life. What constitutes a normal condition will not be the same for everyone, and therefore there are divisions of varnashrama: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. Especially in this age Kali Yuga, it is advised that no one takes sannyas. Ashramedam Gavalambam Sannyasam Phalapatrikam Devarena Sutotpattim Kalo Pancha Vivarjayat. From this, we can understand that in this age, the sannyas ashram is forbidden because people are not strong. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed us an example in taking sannyas at the age of 24 years, but even Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya advised Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be extremely careful because he had taken sannyas at an early age. For preaching, we give young boys sannyas, but actually it is being experienced that they are not fit for sannyas. There is no harm, however, if one thinks that he is unfit for sannyas. If he is very much agitated sexually, he should go to the ashram where sex is allowed, namely the Grihastha ashram. That one has been found to be very weak in one place does not mean that he should stop fighting the crocodile of Maya. One should take shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, as we shall see Gajendra do. At the same time, one can be grihastha if he is satisfied with sexual indulgence. There is no need to give up the fight. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore recommended sthane sthita shrutigatam tunuba manavi. One may stay in whichever ashram is situated suitable for him. It is not essential that one takes sannyas. If one is sexually agitated, he can enter the grihastha ashram, but one must continue fighting. For one who is not in a transcendental position to take sannyas artificially is not a very good credit. If sannyas is not suitable, one may enter the grihastha ashram and fight Maya with great strength, but one should not give up the fighting and go away. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnanam Janashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubha Evacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So, we're reading the story of Gajendra from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very famous and very relevant topic for present days. This whole fighting actually, unlike Mahabharata and Ramayana, it was fought because of Vaishnava offense actually. Because if we see the background of the story, this crocodile elephant Gajendra in his previous birth, he was King Indradumna, not the king of Avanti Indradumna, different King Indradumna, king of Panda kingdom. And he had all opulences, but he has given up everything. He took Banprastha, went to forest, and he was performing Monabrata, and he was reciting the Purusha Shukta mantra and offering prayers to Lord Vishnu. Om Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasra Pad. But one day when Agastya Muni was passing that forest, this King Indradumna, although he saw Agastya Muni, great sage was passing, but he didn't stand up and he failed to offer respect to Agastya Muni. So therefore he unknowingly committed offense, and Agastya Muni cursed him to become an elephant on his next life. So Prabhupada said actually, from this episode we can learn even unconscious offenses also counts. We have the example of Rupa Goswami, who lost his taste for chanting because unconsciously he committed offense to a saint. So it's not that consciously if you commit offense then only it will be counted, but unconscious offenses also counted. Like in the case of Indradumna Maharaj. But here Agastya Muni, he cursed Indradumna Maharaj to become an elephant. Why elephant? There are so many animals. He could have cursed him to become lion, to become tiger. But why elephant? So Prabhupada said in one of this purport, he said elephant actually is famous for fried arrogance and strength. So elephants generally they want to show their pride, they want to show their strength and arrogance to other animals. So Indradumna, he was worshipping Lord Vishnu, but he was proud. He became puffed up that I am directly connected to Lord Vishnu, therefore I don't have to show respect to other Vaishnavas. So Prabhupada said that never ever we should disregard devotees. No matter how higher position we elevate ourselves in spiritual life, but even at the last moment also, on the level of prema also, bhav also, we should not disregard devotees. If we disregard devotees, from that level we may fall down. And therefore we find from Dhruva Maharaj's story, just before climbing into the airplane, sent by Lord Vishnu. He came down from the steps and he offered obeisances to all the saintly people. And he said, because of your all of your association and mercy today, I am qualified to go back to Godhead. So even last moment, while going back to Godhead, he didn't forget to show his respect to devotees. But Indraduma was failed. So therefore he became elephant in next life. Even like from this description we found that elephant, they are so much attached to their family relatives, especially wife. One actually Vastavi told me, in India generally they keep elephants at the entrance of their home, sometimes entrance of the temple, especially if you go to Odisha you can see those. But they says if you keep elephant statue at your bedroom, then the bond between family members will become stronger and stronger. So elephant is the symbol of attachment. So that's why some temple they have elephants on the entrance, so that we are climbing on top of the elephant. We are giving up our pride and then entering into the temple of Lord. So and then crocodile also same thing. Crocodile, this crocodile on his previous birth, crocodile was a Gandharva, king of Gandharva. His name was Huhu. Huhu. Huhu Gandharva. And same thing happened, like elephant. There one day Deval Muni, who was worshipping sun god Surya Dev and offering oblations in the water river. This Huhu Gandharva, while singing song, he pulled the leg of Deval Muni, dragged into the water. And that's what Deval Muni said, your mentality is like crocodile, you should become crocodile next life. So both of the characters, they committed offense to Vaishnavas, now they are fighting. So it shows that if we commit offense to Vaishnavas, we have to keep on fighting. More than 1,000 years. It's only 1,000 years. But it can be extended more than 1,000 years. But here, if we see the last few verses, wonderful descriptions, that Gajendra underestimated the arrangement of the nature, that is death. That's why Prabhupada said, inevitability of death. No one should underestimate death. And that's what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Mrityu Sarvasya Harashayam. We don't have control over this. And Prabhupada actually said in one of these purport, he said, everyone, we in this material world, we represent Gajendra. We are actually Gajendra in this world. And Prabhupada said, why? Because Gajendra was living what anyone would consider an ideal life at present moment. What? Prabhupada said, terrific power. We everyone want power, position, prestige. He had prestige. He had control over his 1,000 wives and hundreds of children, and loving family and friends. And apart from, I think in one of his lecture, Prabhupada said he had 5-star facilities. So he had all the facilities what we, everyone in this material world, we desires. But even although he had all these 5-star facilities, he found himself trapped in the jaws of a crocodile. So it's not that crocodile will come to our life in the form of crocodile, but Prabhupada said they may come in different forms. Disasters, corona, bacteria, virus, in so many forms they may come. So he was so powerful, Gaja Indra, king of the elephant. And he said that he was not only the king of the elephant, he was king of the forest. Generally, tiger and lions are considered to be the king of the forest. But at that forest, which forest? Trikut mountain. Gajendra was the king. So we can well imagine he had the strength of 10,000 elephant on his body. But he underestimated the death. So Prabhupada, therefore he was, last few verses, the description was he was enjoying with his wife, children in the forest. Like he was intoxicated for sensual pleasure. So Prabhupada says, when we forget the cruel nature, cruelty of death, then we indulge into sense gratification in this world. That's why again and again we have to remind ourselves that death as sure as death, Prabhupada used to say. We had a guru in ISKCON, Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj. He left his body. So Maharaj, he joined in London, and then he later established temple in Gujarat. Shri Radha Madan Mohan Krishna Balaram Gaurnita Nishyangadev Jagannath Baldev Sudra Maharani ki. So Maharaj, whenever he used to visit some temple, he would tell his disciple, take the car, I want to go for a drive. And disciples, they would ask Maharaj, where do you want to go? Let's go. And then Maharaj would take them to graveyard, Shamshan. Shamshan में जब जलाते थे, Maharaj used to open up his bead bag, he used to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So he would chant few rounds in Shamshan, and then he would tell his disciples, let's go back. They said, Maharaj, why are you chanting in Shamshan graveyard? Then Maharaj said, my tendency is to forget that, death will come to me. So when I chant in front of a graveyard, then I realize that this situation will happen to me also one day. So when you forget about death, then actually we tend to enjoy in this material world. Same thing happened with Gajendra. He almost forgot that death will come to him one day. But here in this 30th verse is saying that Gajendra, that crocodile became very angry. Crocodile pulled him into the water. And Gajendra was fighting for 1000 years. Gradually he was losing strength because he is the animal of land, whereas crocodile is the animal of water. Now see, this is wonderful lesson from Gajendra's episode. Gajendra, who was enjoying for so many years with all the wonderful facilities, luxuries, but he was considering that he didn't have any weak point. But Maya knows our weak point. Maya knows our weakness. And Maya will exactly attack us where we are the weakest, not where we are the strong. So Maya will attack us where we are the weakest. Actually, three personalities knows our weak point. Maya Devi, Krishna, and we ourselves. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita 7.14 is very important. Krishna said, Devi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratta Mame Variye. So he kind of, on that verse actually, he kind of connected three people. Ourselves, Mameva Ye, and Gunamoyi, that is Maya Devi, and Krishna Mam. So Krishna, Maya, and ourselves. We three of us, we knows our weakness. But if we share our weakness to Krishna, Maya Devi will not come. That's one devotee said, how to advance in Krishna consciousness. He said, you give 50% priority to 7.14 verse. Give first 50% priority to first line, another 50% priority to second line. The first line is Maya is very dangerous, extremely difficult to overcome. And second 50% importance, we have to surrender unto Krishna and he will protect. If someone says, I will surrender unto Krishna, I will not give importance to Maya, then problem. And if someone only gives importance to Maya, then he will become Mayavadi. So it's not possible. So that's why Maya knows our weakness. And Prabhupada actually in the purport, he made a beautiful point. He said, Gajendra was in a foreign place. It's not out of India, Europe or America. But foreign place, what does it mean foreign place? Because for Gajendra, water is actually foreign place. So for us, what is foreign place? Out of India? Out of Ujjain? Yes. Any place which is devoid of devotee association, that is actually foreign place for a devotee. For example, if we are put into that situation where Gajendra was in, say you went to a lake and a crocodile came, crocodile caught our leg. So definitely no one can help us. But if we are surrounded by devotees, devotees may not be able to enter into water, but from the bank of the lake, they can tell, Prabhu, please chant Hare Krishna. But for Gajendra, it took 1000 years because none of his family members they are devotee. They couldn't remind him, chant Hare Krishna. Isn't that it? But if you are surrounded by devotees, then someone can remind us. Now you are in great danger on the clutch of crocodiles. So therefore you should chant Hare Krishna. That Gajendra did actually, but at the end. So therefore everyone has weak point and we should actually write down our weakness. And we should appeal to Krishna, my dear Lord, this is my weakness, please save me from the attack of Maya. On this point. Just like Sita Devi had weakness of golden deer, Kala Krishna has weakness of Bhattathari women. So even great associates of the Supreme Lord, they had weakness. What to speak of us, ordinary living entities. So therefore, Gajendra finally he took shelters, on text 28 actually. Display. So he's saying that seeing Gajendra in that grave condition, his wives felt very, very sorry and began to cry. The other elephants wanted to help Gajendra, but because of the crocodile's great strength, they could not rescue him by grasping him from behind. So Gajendra, in the beginning, he was considering that I don't need help from my family members, relatives. I have great physical strength. I can defeat this crocodile. And that's why he was fighting with his physical strength. And that's what actually Bhaktivinoda Thakur said in one of his bhajan. He said, Nija bal chesta prati bharsha chhadiya. He says, the first condition of surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna is we have to give up dependence on our physical strength and endeavor. Then only we can really surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna. So unless and until we depend on our physical strength, why shall we take shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna? So Gajendra was thinking, I have physical strength, this crocodile is insignificant, I can defeat him very easily. But later on, he found that he was losing strength slowly, he was looking towards his family members. None of them could help except watching the film. No one can actually help him. So that's why Gajendra episode is very important. He was looking towards his family members according to the verse, but no one could help him. Prabhupada actually said in Bhagavad Gita second chapter, Karpanya dosha apahata hi sabhava. On that verse purport, Prabhupada made a very wonderful statement. Skin disease. Prabhupada said, anyone who thinks he can save his family members from death or his family members can save him from death, that is called skin disease. Charma rog. No skin specialist can cure that disease. So nor we can save our family relatives from the clutches of death, nor them they can protect us. So Gajendra was thinking he could protect in the beginning when he was enjoying, and later on he was thinking his family members can protect. So therefore we should only take shelter of Krishna. So if we just uselessly serve family members, relatives in this material world, this is useless. No one can help us. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Bifale sevino kripana durajana chapala sukhla balagire. For a little flickering happiness, I served my family relatives life after life. But actually this is Kamala Dalajala Jivana Talamana. They can't actually save us. But see, even when we face difficulties, still from Gajendra's episode we are not learning. We immediately remember Chiti bhi kat the Ma, Papa, but we can't immediately recall Krishna. So Gajendra is saying that I wasted 1000 years. You don't waste. You should take Krishna's shelter immediately. Just like Uttara did. And Ashwathama released Brahmastra in the womb of Uttara. Uttara immediately prayed to Krishna, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin Deva Deva Jagatpate. O my dear Lord Krishna, Devadidev Krishna, Jagat Guru Krishna, Jagatpati Krishna, please protect me from this pain. Now in other Puranas, the description is there. The Uttara, they ask Uttara, why did you call Krishna? When all these great warriors, Pandavas, they are your father-in-laws, they are standing in front of you, why didn't you seek help from them rather than you call Krishna directly? And this incident happened exactly after the Kurukshetra battle was over. And see, Uttara, these five Pandavas, they just defeated huge army of Kauravas. And they became victorious. They are the greatest soldier at that time. But in front of her, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, Sahadev, all of them are present. But she didn't even look towards them. She directly looked towards Krishna. Krishna, please help me. And it's not that they are unable to help her. No. Yudhishthir, Arjun, they are capable to defeat Brahmastra. They had that power. But yet, Draupadi didn't take chance. She directly called Krishna. And so when someone asked Draupadi, Uttara, why didn't you seek help from your father-in-laws, great warriors at that time? She said, मुझे भली भांति याद है द्रौपदी की कहानी. उनने भी देखा था इनकी ओर, कुछ नहीं कर पाया. When Dushasana was disrobing, Draupadi looked towards Duryodhana, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, Sahadev, Bhishma, Dronacharya, Kripacharya. None of them could help her. So why should I waste my time? I should directly seek help from Krishna. So Uttara, Gajendra, they are actually telling us we should directly seek help from Krishna any problem comes in our life. So finally, as Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives jnana dipena bhashyasya. He gives knowledge to his devotees at the time of difficulties. So finally, when no one could help Gajendra, that Krishna, being situated as Paramatma as his heart, he actually inspired him to remember the Purusha Sukta prayers which he was practicing on his previous life. So that's why Bhagavad Gita said, Salpam apiyasya dharmasya trayate mahoda bhayad. The best example of that verse is Gajendra actually. So it's very important, we should remember all those beautiful verses. Every verses of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam if possible. Because that will help us at the time of difficulties. That is great oil for devotees. One devotee, he was telling me in USA long back, he said the NASA scientist, they kind of they did a research on all the North American childrens, and they found Indian originated childrens are most brilliant. And why? This is because of two reasons: milk and shlok. Because from their childhood, their parents, especially mother, feed them milk, cow's milk. And second is they learn how to memorize verses shlok. That's why they are most brilliant. And if you go all the big companies, all the CEOs actually from India. So that's why it's very important. And Krishna's another name is Uttama Shloka. That's why you should memorize all the important verses of scriptures. And that will we may forget philosophy at the time of difficulties. But one shlok may help us at the time of difficulties. Like Gajendra could remember this verse, and that was actually saved him. And Krishna immediately came to deliver him. Our Guru Maharaj used to sing this song. Dwaraka che chale Gopal Garud ke bichare Chakra se Graha Kumar Gajaraj ko udare. Hey Govinda, hey Gopala. That beautiful song. But here, so wonderful, you see, Krishna actually, when he delivers his devotees, he delivers the enemies of devotees also. So Krishna first delivered actually crocodile. Because he killed Udhichakra. Then only Gajendra was delivered. Similarly, Krishna killed Kauravas. Then only Pandavas were delivered. So some other, if someone becomes connected with Krishna's devotees, they will also get benefit. Then what to speak of if we connect ourselves positively? If someone connects negatively with devotees, he will still get benefit. So, in this age of Kali, also we are always in danger. Crocodile can come anytime to attack us. And Prabhupada actually said, in the purport, the second part of the purport Prabhupada dedicated about different ashramas, brahmachari, grihastha, sannyas, banprastha. So Prabhupada basically was saying that devotees in Krishna consciousness movement, they should maintain physical strength. Like Gajendra lost his strength and he was defeated by crocodile. So we have to maintain physical strength so that we can fight against Maya, because Prabhupada declared war against Maya. So therefore, when see war is declared, you can't become lethargic. You have to become very active. When war, for example, if India declares emergency war against Pakistan or other country, then army soldiers, they will become more active than other time. So Prabhupada said, we already declared. In 1965, Prabhupada declared war against Maya. So we can't remain, lazy. We have to become strong. We have to maintain physical strength so that we can fight against Maya. But Prabhupada said, actually, the last part of Prabhupada said, actually, for the people in this age of Kali, sex desire is actually greatest Maya. But that's why he said, whatever ashram we are in, we have to maintain our spirit to fight against Maya. But if someone find difficulties, if someone's senses are agitated while maintaining brahmacharya or sannyas, he should better take grihastha ashram as suggested by Prabhupada here. 2-3 times Prabhupada said. So it does not mean that our senses are agitated once, immediately we will enter into grihastha life. No, we have to keep on tolerating, we have to keep on trying. Yes, Prabhupada said 3 times here. If someone he finds his urges are very difficult to control, he should enter into grihastha life. But it's not actually a proper meant it immediately, because we are also practicing Krishna consciousness. Brahmachari sannyasis, they are trying in this Kali Yuga. So this desire may come anytime in our mind. So it's not that desire comes immediately I will change ashram. No. I had actually roommate, ashram mate actually. His name was Nimai Das in Los Angeles temple in New Dwarka. So I was staying earlier there. So a very wonderful devotee actually. His parents are proper disciples. So every night he used to discuss with me how is the brahmachari life in India and everything. So he was very keen to listen about brahmachari and everything. And he was very like devoted. He will remain brahmachari. And he was actually brahmachari. But the next weekend, like almost 2-3 weeks, I was discussing with him about brahmachari life and everything in India. After 2 weeks, he went to attend a Rath Yatra in Laguna Beach. That is, kind of like 1 hour from Los Angeles. And then he came little late night, and next morning when I got up, I saw him white dress. Prabhu, what happened? He said, yesterday I went to Rath Yatra, I met one of my old girlfriend. I decided to change my ashram. Prabhu, wait, decide. Immediately he decided. And he was so determined. I will maintain brahmacharya, I will remain in brahmacharya life. That day on also he discussed. But in one moment, so difficult there. So the point is that Prabhupada said, yes, Prabhupada actually 2-3 times Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, he said that uh, at the same time one can be a grihastha if he is satisfied with sexual indulgence. And Prabhupada said it is not essential for one should take sannyas. So he better enter into grihastha ashram. Of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he set example, he was very critical, he was very strict about Chhota Haridas, and he even looked that Mataji at once. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very strict. But at the same time, we have to understand the practical situation of today's world. Prabhupada was also strict as mentioned here, but Prabhupada was lamenting for Vishnujan Swami who committed suicide and after taking sannyas. Prabhupada said, no, there was no need of committing suicide. Later on, Prabhupada lamented because thought may come anytime in the mind of brahmacharya sannyasi. Because we are not in the perfected stage, we are in practicing stage. But of course, again, we can't take this statement, very lightly. If even after trying for long time, many times in brahmacharya life, sannyas life, if someone find difficulties, he should enter into grihastha life. And that was suggested by many ISKCON gurus. I know they told their disciples. So the point is that The influence of Maya is there in the form of many things at present moment. So Gajendra's time it was crocodile, but now so many crocodiles are ready to attack us that we have to maintain strength so that we can fight against Maya. But in Kali Yuga actually we are also under the attack of crocodile, and that was very wonderfully described by Bhaktivedanta Thakur on his song. You have this song? Gadrum Chandra Bhajan Upadesh. Yadi te hari padu saraj yasuda. Got it? So you go to the, I think 18th and 19th verse. Scroll down slowly. Slow. No, before that, maybe 16, 17. Little more up. More. Yes. 13. So it's very important how Bhaktivedanta Thakur related to Gajendra's first times in today's world. So he's saying Opi nakragatam rida madhyagatam. You can repeat after me. Opi nakragatam rida madhyagatam. Kam amochayad arta janam tamajam. Abhichinta balam shiva kalpaturum. Bhaja godrumakanana kunjavidhum. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying how wonderful he related. Nakra means Gajendra, Hathi. He says, Api nakragata rida madhyagata. Rida means lake. So the elephant, Gajendra, he went in the middle of the lake, and at that time in Satyayug, Lord Hari saved him. But now he is talking about who? King Prataprudra. King Prataprudra, who was also like Gajendra, Gajapati. In Odisha they call Gajapati. And Gajendra was the elephant. So Gajapati King Prataprudra, he was enjoying all the facilities like Gajendra elephant. But he was under the attack of jaws of crocodile. And Prabhupada said, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, what is the jaws of crocodile in Kali Yuga? He says, the jaws of the influence of Kali Yuga. That is actually jaws of crocodile. The sharp teeth of crocodiles are actually influence of Kali Yuga. And then, what is the lake? He says, lake of the politics. Lake of the politics. So King Prataprudra, he was in the lake of politics, and he was attacked by the influence of Kali. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so powerful. Abhichinta balam. He possesses great strength. Shiva kalpaturum. And he is like a kalpaturu, auspicious. Shiva means auspicious, desire tree. And he saved that, he delivered the King Prataprudra from the jaws of the influence of Kali Yuga, who was lying in the water of politics. So how wonderful he related to Gajendras. So therefore, Bhaja Godrumakanana Kunjavidhum. Okay, so we'll finish. We'll just sing this. The 13th. Opina krogato ridamandhyagatam kamamo chayadarto janam tamajam. Opina krogato ridamandhyagatam kamamo chayadarto janam tamajam. Abhichinta balam shivakalpatarum bhaja godrumakanana kunja vidum. अविचिन्तबालां शिवकल्पतरुं भज गोद्रुमकाननकुञ्जविधुम् भज गोद्रुमकानन कुञ्जविधुं भज गोद्रुमकानन कुञ्जविधुम् श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्रीमद् भागवतम की, समवेत भक्तवृंद की, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।